पताका स्वामी शिलाचार्य गुरु महाराज की
जय।
जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुत दर्शन शिष्य भक्त कृष्ण कृपा श्रीमती शिला वैचरणार्य भक्त वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की
जय।
नित्य जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुत दर्शन शिष्य भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोसाई महाराज प्रभुपाद की
जय।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय।
ब्रह्मंत गौड़ीय संप्रदाय आचार्य वृंद की
जय।
नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय।
जय कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की
जय।
श्री गुरु श्री सनातन भक्त रघुनाथ श्री गोपाल भक्त दास रघुनाथ गोस्वामी प्रभु की
जय।
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय।
श्री श्री मायापुर नवदीप धाम की
जय।
जगभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की
जय।
श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
जय।
द्वारका धाम की
जय।
गंगा माई की
जय।
यमुना माई की
जय।
भक्ति देवी की
जय।
श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की
जय।
श्लोकोपर ट्रांसजेंडर मुक्ति श्रीशान की
जय।
हरि नाम संकीर्तन की
जय।
हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की
जय।
भक्तवृंद की
जय।
जय विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सदस्य श्री श्रीमद जय पताका स्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज व्यासपुजा नित्य महामहोत्सव की
जय।
सेवेंथ पूर्णोत्तम व्यासपुजा सेलिब्रेशन फेस्टिवल की
जय।
पताका स्वामी की
जय।
आचार्य पाद गुरु महाराज की
जय।
जय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण।
So Rohis, Wendy has organized a video, short video, 15-minute video by Maharaj. Then we'll have little memories and glorification of Maharaj. We'll start with Mother Kamagiri and then we'll just pass it. I'll start with you, right?
So can we turn off the mic? Can you turn off that mic? Thank you.
गुरु महाराज व्यासपुजा महोत्सव की इस्कॉन प्रतिष्ठाता आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की अनंत गुरु वैष्णव वृंद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे।
এখন আমরা
মাইক কাজ করছে? ওকে।
এখন আমরা করজোড়ে প্রার্থনা করছি আমাদের পরমারাধ্য গুরুদেব শ্রী শ্রীমৎ জয় আপনার দান করুন।
Start the class. Start class.
কৃষ্ণ পৃষ্ঠায় ভূতালে কীর্তি নামিনে
নমস্তে।
তারা একটি নতুন ব্যাসপুজা করেছেন কিনা?
I don't know if you saw a beautiful outfit of the deities.
I don't know if you saw the beautiful outfit of the deities. আমি জানি না আপনারা শ্রী বিগ্রহগণের যে সুন্দর সাজসজ্জা আপনারা আজ দর্শন করেছেন কিনা শৃঙ্গার।
But all of the new set on the day of the Vyasapuja.
They are offered a new set on the day of Vyasapuja. এই ব্যাস পূজা তিথিতে তারা একটি নতুন পোশাক ভগবানকে অর্পণ করেছেন।
Very amazing set of wardrobe, set of clothes.
Very amazing set of clothes. অত্যন্ত বিস্ময়কর সুন্দর শৃঙ্গার সুন্দর এক সেট বস্ত্র আজকে ভগবানকে পরানো হয়েছে।
I'd like to extend my gratitude to the donors.
I would like to express my gratitude towards the donors. আমি আমার কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন করছি যারা এই পোশাক দান করেছেন তাদের প্রতি।
To the designers and
seamstresses, everyone involved.
To the designers, seamstresses, and everyone involved. এবং যারা যারা ডিজাইন করেছেন, যারা যারা সেলাই করেছেন এবং যারা যারা আড়ি সুতোর কাজ করেছেন, সমস্ত শিল্পী এবং যারা যারা এর সাথে যুক্ত ছিল সবাইকে আমার কৃতজ্ঞতা দিচ্ছি।
I thank all the speakers who spoke this morning.
I would like to thank all the speakers who have spoken this morning. আমি আমার কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাচ্ছি তাদেরকে এবং আমি সমস্ত বক্তাগণ যারা আজকের প্রাতঃকালে বা আজকের সকাল থেকে যারা বলেছেন তাদের সকলকে আমি ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন করছি।
So lucky to have the service of our Gurudev, I should like to thank the Swami Prabhupada Gopse, Boltivan, Kharata Adas.
শ্রী শ্রীমৎ ভক্তি সিদ্ধান্ত সরস্বতী গোস্বামী প্রভুপাদ আমার গুরু মহারাজ শ্রী অভয়চরণ আনন্দ ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদের কাছে বলেছিলেন কয়েকটা আদেশ। His Divineness Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada had told my spiritual master, His Divineness Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, a few instructions.
He told them to spread the message to the Western countries, to English-speaking countries.
He told him to spread the message of Krishna consciousness to English-speaking countries. তিনি তাকে ইংরেজি ভাষাভাষী দেশগুলিতে চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুর বাণী বিস্তার করার জন্য আদেশ দিয়েছিলেন।
He told them to print books, distribute books.
He told them to print books and distribute books. তিনি তাকে গ্রন্থ ছাপিয়ে গ্রন্থ বিতরণ করতে আদেশ দিয়েছিলেন।
He told that he should have a government body commission.
He told his disciples that they should have a governing body commission. এবং তিনি তার শিষ্যদেরকে বলেছিলেন যে তারা যেন একটা গভর্নিং বডি কমিশন সৃষ্টি করে।
এই আদেশগুলি ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদ চিন্তনীয় করছিলেন।
এবং এই আদেশগুলো ছিল ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী প্রভুপাদ নিজে প্রতিষ্ঠা করেছেন। These instructions were established by His Divineness Srila Prabhupada himself.
So he also he gave me some, actually he went to the West and preached and fulfilled what Lord Chaitanya had told.
He went to the West, he preached, and he fulfilled what Lord Chaitanya had told. প্রকৃতপক্ষে তিনি আমাকে কিছু উপদেশ দিয়েছিলেন, কিন্তু বাস্তবে তিনি পাশ্চাত্য দেশে গিয়েছেন এবং তিনি প্রচার করেছেন এবং চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু যা বলেছেন তা রূপায়ণ করেছিলেন। তিনি বলেছিলেন যে আমরা 4 রকম মানুষ উদ্ধার করব। He had said that we want to deliver 4 kinds of people.
And he said, the foolish, the worthless, the angels, the fatigues, and the dukkis.
So he wanted to deliver the 4 kinds of people: the murka, the foolish, nichu, patit, and distressed. The dukhis. তিনি 4 ধরনের মানুষদেরকে উদ্ধার করতে চেয়েছিলেন: মূর্খ, পতিত, নিচু এবং দুঃখী। এই ধরনের মানুষ তাদেরকে উদ্ধার করতে চেয়েছিলেন।
So although in the Western countries have money, but they're foolish.
Although in the Western countries they have money, they are foolish. যদ্যপি পাশ্চাত্য দেশের মানুষের কাছে অর্থ রয়েছে কিন্তু তারা মূর্খ
because they think of the body.
because they think they are the body কারণ তারা মনে করে যে তারা হচ্ছে এই দেহ
And they are low born.
and they are low born এবং তারা নিচু কুলে জন্ম
I mean, in the West, you know, what's this standard is there.
in the west yavan mleccha this standard is there পাশ্চাত্য দেশে যবন ম্লেচ্ছ এটাই হচ্ছে তাদের মান
Very hard to find, I mean, Sudras.
very hard to find even shudras এমনকি শূদ্রদেরকেও খুঁজে পাওয়া কঠিন ব্যাপার
Fallen, those that take meat, fish, egg, onion, garlic, those that
the fallen are those who eat meat fish onion garlic eggs তো তারা পতিত যারা মাংস মাছ ডিম পেঁয়াজ রসুন ইত্যাদি আহার করে থাকে তারা হচ্ছে পতিত
those that take intoxication,
and then they take intoxication এবং তারা নেশা দ্রব্য গ্রহণ করে
those that have a gamble,
those who gamble এবং যারা জুয়া খেলে তারাও পতিত
and those who do illicit sex.
and those who engage in illicit sex এবং যারা অবৈধ যৌন ক্রিয়ায় লিপ্ত হয় তারাও পতিত
Sex outside of marriage.
sex outside of marriage যে সমস্ত যৌনাচার বিবাহ বহির্ভূত
Kana all night পতিত ব্যক্তি
তো এরকম পতিত ব্যক্তির কোনো অভাব নেই there is no scarcity of this kind of fallen people
এটা ছিল চৈতন্য দেবের আদেশ
এটা ছিল চৈতন্য দেবের নিত্যানন্দ প্রভুর প্রতি আদেশ this was the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Lord Nityananda Prabhu
his dying days A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Baba he went to the West to deliver all these people.
His divine grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada he went to the West to deliver all these kinds of people Krishna Kripa Srimurti Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada পাশ্চাত্য দেশগুলিতে গিয়েছিলেন এবং এই ধরনের অধঃপতিত মানুষদেরকে উদ্ধার করতে
And I am the money. I was qualified with all these qualifications.
I became a devotee and I was qualified with all these non-qualifications. আমি ভক্ত হয়েছি এবং আমি এই সমস্ত যোগ্যতায় ভূষিত হয়েছি বা এই সমস্ত অযোগ্য গুণের যোগ্যতা অর্জন করতে পেরেছি
And Prabhupada told me, come to the West, come to India.
Prabhupada told me to come to India. Prabhupada আমাকে বললেন ভারতবর্ষে আসতে
And then 1970 সাল থেকে ভারতবর্ষে এসেছি।
তো আমি 1970 সাল থেকে ভারতবর্ষে এসেছি I came to India from the year 1970.
First thing, I was just 21 years old. Prabhupada told me to take sannyas.
First thing, when I was just 21 years old, Prabhupada told me to take sannyas. তো প্রথম কথা প্রভুপাদ আমাকে বললেন যখন আমার 21 বছর বয়স উনি আমাকে বললেন সন্ন্যাস গ্রহণ করতে
So, I was in the temple president in Calcutta.
He made me the temple president in Calcutta. তিনি আমাকে কলকাতা মন্দিরের অধ্যক্ষ করেছেন এবং তারপরে উনি আমাকে পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছেন মায়াপুরে then he sent me to Mayapur
He said, I give you the spiritual world by development.
He told me that I am giving you the spiritual world Now you develop it.
তিনি আমাকে বলেছেন যে আমি তোমাকে পারমার্থিক জগৎ দিলাম, এখন তুমি এর উন্নয়ন করো। হরি বল।
At least 50,000 disciples.
And he also instructed me to make at least 50,000 disciples.
এবং তিনি সেই সাথে আমাকে আদেশ দিয়েছিলেন কমপক্ষে 50,000 শিষ্য করতে।
But actually, making disciples is one thing. Usually qualified, training them, taking care of them is a whole other thing.
To make disciples is one thing, but to see that they are qualified, take care of them, that's another thing.
প্রকৃতপক্ষে শিষ্য করা হচ্ছে একটা ব্যাপার, কিন্তু দেখা যে তারা যেন যোগ্য হয়ে ওঠে এবং তাদের দেখভাল করা, যত্ন নেওয়া, সেটা সম্পূর্ণ আরেকটা ব্যাপার।
That he told me, give up your nationality, become Indian.
He told me, give up your nationality and become Indian.
তিনি আমাকে বলেছেন যে তোমার যে ন্যাশনালিটি, আমেরিকার নাগরিকত্ব পরিত্যাগ করো এবং ভারতীয় নাগরিকত্ব গ্রহণ করো। তাই আমি প্রভুপাদের কৃপাতে ভারতীয় হয়ে গেলাম।
As they give you many other instructions.
As Rameshwar Prabhu mentioned,
As Rameshwar Prabhu mentioned, he gave me many other instructions.
রামেশ্বর প্রভু যেমন ভাবে উল্লেখ করেছেন, তিনি আমাকে, শ্রী প্রভুপাদ আমাকে আরো অনেক উপদেশ প্রদান করেছেন।
And then
In 1977,
1977 সালে
and then the GBC Governing Body Commission.
he made me a member of the GBC or Governing Body Commission.
তিনি আমাকে জিবিসি বা ইসকনের সর্বোচ্চ যে পরিচালক মণ্ডলী গভর্নিং বডি কমিশনের সদস্য পদে নিযুক্ত করেন।
He made me the life chairman of the Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust.
He made me the life chairman of Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust.
তিনি আমাকে ভক্তিবেদান্ত স্বামী চ্যারিটি ট্রাস্টের আজীবন সভাপতি পদে নিযুক্ত করেছেন।
And he will tell that Saraswati Goswami Thakur and the Sisha Shastakar Thala Akatakar.
উনি আমাকে বলেছেন যে শ্রীল ভক্তি সিদ্ধান্ত সরস্বতী গোস্বামী প্রভুপাদের যত শিষ্যবৃন্দ রয়েছে, চেষ্টা করো তাদেরকে ঐক্যবদ্ধ করবার জন্য। তার শিষ্য প্রশিষ্য এবং তার পরিবারের। He asked me to unite the disciples and grand disciples and the family of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada.
Then he told me to understand the fifth canto and help in making the Vedic planetarium.
He told me to try to understand the fifth canto and help to make the Vedic planetarium.
এবং তিনি আমাকে আরো উপদেশ দিয়েছেন যে আমার পঞ্চম স্কন্ধ অধ্যয়ন করা উচিত এবং উপলব্ধি করে ভক্তদেরকে সাহায্য করা উচিত এই বৈদিক তারামণ্ডল নির্মাণ কল্পে। তিনি বললেন কলকাতা রথযাত্রা বড় আকারে করার জন্য। He told me to make the Kolkata Rathayatra in a very, very grand way. এবং তিনি আমাকে মায়াপুর নবদ্বীপ পরিক্রমা করার জন্য বলেছেন। He also ordered me to do the Navadvip and Mayapur parikramas.
I'm trying to know all the sea pots and Garmala Bori.
And he told me to try to develop all the Sripads in Gauramandala Bhumi.
এবং তিনি আমাকে আরো বলেছেন যে গৌরমণ্ডল ভূমির যত শ্রীপাঠ রয়েছে সেগুলির উন্নয়ন সাধন করতে।
এভাবে আমাদের বাংলাদেশে ভক্তবৃন্দ অনেক সাহায্য করছে। আমরা সাহিত্য অনুষ্ঠান, সিধা সাগর অনুষ্ঠান, অনুষ্ঠান।
এইভাবে বাংলাদেশের ভক্তবৃন্দ আমাকে অনেক সাহায্য করেছেন। আমরা অদ্বৈত গোসাইয়ের জন্মস্থান, শ্রীবাস ঠাকুরের জন্মস্থান, গদাধরের জন্মস্থান। In this way, the devotees of Bangladesh have immensely supported and helped me in acquiring the birthplace of Advaita Thakur, the birthplace of Srivas Thakur, the birthplace of Gadadhar,
Shilas,
and the birthplace of Pundarik Vidyanidhiর জন্মস্থান।
পশ্চিমবাংলা আর মায়াপুর আর একাচক্র মনে আছে।
পশ্চিমবঙ্গ এবং মায়াপুর এবং একচক্র আমাদের এর মধ্যে রয়েছে। And included in this is Mayapur and Ekachakra in West Bengal.
All Pakistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sanatikirta, one side say Stan.
তো বাংলাদেশে রূপ সনাতন স্মৃতিতীর্থ তারা যেখানে মানুষ হয়েছিলেন সেই স্থান আমাদের রয়েছে। In Bangladesh we have the Rupa Sanatan Memorial Place where Rupa Sanatan grew up. That place is in our care.
So there are many places in West Bengal, and we also need the help of our West Bengal residents.
So there are many places in West Bengal which we also need to develop.
তো পশ্চিম বাংলায় অনেক স্থান রয়েছে যে সমস্ত স্থানগুলির উন্নয়ন করার অত্যন্ত প্রয়োজন রয়েছে আমাদের।
Then Prabhupada told me to write books.
Srila Prabhupada told me to write books.
শিল প্রভুপাদ আমাকে গ্রন্থ লিখতেও বলেছেন।
As sannyasi, he told me to travel and preach.
As a sannyasi, he told me to travel and preach.
সন্ন্যাসী হিসেবে আমাকে ভ্রমণ করতে এবং প্রচার করতে আদেশ দিয়েছেন।
He gave many different orders.
He gave many different orders.
তিনি বিভিন্ন ধরনের আদেশ দিয়েছেন।
সমস্ত জন্য শিষ্য এটা সাহায্য দরকার।
তো তার সমস্তের জন্য আমার শিষ্যদের এক রকমের সাহায্য দরকার।
এভাবে খুব আমরা এই আদেশ চলে আসছে।
এইভাবে গুরু পরম্পরা ধারায় এই আদেশ চলে আসছে। In this way, to carry out all of those instructions, I need the help of all of my disciples. In this way, the Guru Parampara tradition is coming down to us.
And in the ninth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam,
In the 9th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam,
শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতের নবম স্কন্ধে
she talks about the unreliability of Vedic.
In the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Urvashi talks about the unreliability of
women.
Okay, the Urvashi talks about the unreliability of women.
শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতের নবম স্কন্ধে উর্বশী তিনি মহিলাদের বা নারীদের যে অনির্ভরশীলতা সে সম্বন্ধে উল্লেখ করেছেন।
But in the first part, Allah said this is the ordinary women. And women become Vaishnavas and does not apply to them, but equal with the men.
Okay, but in the purport, Prabhupada writes that these are not applicable to Vaishnavis. They are not ordinary women. This is not applicable to them.
কিন্তু তাৎপর্য শিল প্রভুপাদ বলেছেন যে এগুলি সাধারণ মহিলার ক্ষেত্রে প্রযোজ্য, কিন্তু যদি সেই মহিলারা যদি বৈষ্ণবী হন তাহলে তাদের ক্ষেত্রে প্রযোজ্য নয়, তারা পুরুষদের সমতুল্য।
লন্ডনে 1973 সালে বক্তৃতা করলেন।
তো শিল প্রভুপাদ 1973 সালে একটি বক্তৃতা করলেন। শিল প্রভুপাদ gave a lecture in 1973
কোথায়? লন্ডনে।
লন্ডনে। কোথায়? লন্ডনে, in London।
এবং বলেছেন এখন আমার গুরুদেব সন্ন্যাসী ধরেছেন লন্ডন, কিন্তু করতে পারিনি।
তো তখন তিনি সেখানে বলছেন যে এইভাবে আমার গুরুদেব সন্ন্যাসী পাঠিয়েছেন লন্ডনে, তারা কিছু করতে পারেনি। He said that my Gurudev had sent sannyasi to London, but they could not do much.
একটা লর্ড বললেন আমার ব্রাহ্মণ ঘরে দিতে পারো।
একজন লর্ড বললেন যে আমাকে ব্রাহ্মণ করে দিতে পারবে। One lord had asked, can you make me a brahmana? And the reply was yes.
You have to give up meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication.
You have to give up meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, and intoxication.
আপনাকে মাংসাহার, জুয়া খেলা এবং অবৈধ যৌন সঙ্গ এবং নেশা বর্জন করতে হবে।
Impossible.
Impossible.
অসম্ভব।
I cannot live in my life.
I cannot live my life like that.
আমি এইভাবে আমার জীবন চালাতে পারি না।
That's what the Lord said.
That's what the Lord said.
সেই লর্ড এইভাবে উত্তর দিলেন।
কিন্তু আমি ভালো বলেন আমার গৃহস্থ বাড়ি দিয়েছে এবং তারা লন্ডন গিয়ে জয় করছে।
কিন্তু প্রভুপাদ বললেন যে কিন্তু আমরা গৃহস্থদেরকে পাঠিয়েছি এবং তারা গিয়ে সেখানে লন্ডনকে জয় করলেন। And Srila Prabhupada said that, but I sent two grihastha couples and they went to London and they conquered London.
Three couples.
Three couples.
This is such an ecstatic video. Yeah, those who haven't watched, please search this on YouTube and please finish the video. It's so ecstatic, and Maharaj is giving so many instructions to all the members of ISKCON, to all the devotees, and Maharaj is sharing a lot of realizations also. And, yeah, we can now continue to glorify Maharaj amongst ourselves, and
This mic should have us.
yes.
Well, Kamagiri will start with it.
We have another one.
While we're getting the mic, we would like to welcome Arjun Sakha Prabhu to come. Well, I can start. Which one? You pass. Okay, fine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Vishnu Shishuni Bhavataska Vanchivapati Vyashapi Pasindi Vyashabhatita Nampavana Vishnu. Hare Krishna. So I can share a couple of memories of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Actually, the first time that I met him was here in Columbus. He had come. I don't know what year that was. He had come to
2001,
Columbus.
2003. 2001, 2003.
It must have been
2005.
No, it was before 2005. It was before I moved here. I was living in Cleveland.
2 times he came.
So maybe 2001. And as he was sharing, making disciples, but also making sure that they're qualified disciples. So he was going around to see how the devotees were chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So, we were chanting japa. So he would go to each person to listen, to see if you were chanting properly. Because sometimes, especially in the old days, the way we chant Hare Krishna, started sounding like they were saying snick, snick. So he was sharing how important it is to say each syllable of the Maha Mantra when you're chanting japa. So he wanted to see how you were chanting. So he was going around listening to everyone chant the japa. So that was very, very wonderful. And then another time, when I was living in Puerto Rico, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj had come, and he installed the chapa on top of the temple in Puerto Rico. And back then Maharaj used to carry these huge wampers.
Yeah.
So he would lead the kirtan, he was playing these huge wampers, he was so ecstatic. And he's still so ecstatic, even with the bodily limitations, he's still so very ecstatic, And then, my memories of him and Mayapur standing, on the top of one of the buildings, and he would say, what's Govinda's favorite tune? No, not, it was Nitai, not Nitai Gaur, but it was
Gauranga Nityananda.
Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, it just raises arms and be so ecstatic, But he's just so full of love for Srila Prabhupada. And he is such an obedient disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He's sharing how Srila Prabhupada had given him so many instructions, on what to do and how to do. And nothing is stopping him from continuing following those instructions. So just his very life and devotional service is so instructive to us. And I feel so very fortunate to have Kalindi Mataji and Guru Dayal Prabhu and Ram Prakash and his wife, and Guru Dayal's wife, Krishna Varna. They represent their Guru Maharaj so wonderfully. And Guru Dayal Prabhu, you have to share some pastimes today. And Ram Prakash should share some pastimes, even though he's trying to hide in the kitchen. I mean, he's cooking, but he'd come out and say a couple of things to glorify your Guru. But Kalindi won Vyasapuja. Her offering was so touching and so beautiful that Giriraj Swami, he was present at the time, that he asked her if he could have a copy of it, And one of the sweetest points was that she wanted to be like the, what was the bird? The thunderbird that only took water from the clouds.
Chataka bird.
Yeah, so that was so beautiful. But thank you. This was such a beautiful festival. So your son came in, or you came, and he looked around and he said, "Where is everybody?" And I told him, I said, well, they were waiting for you to come. So when then everybody started kind of saying, see, they're waiting for you, you know. So, but you know, but this is just, this mood of Vaishnava satsang, you know, these festivals are to bring us together to glorify the Lord, you know, and it was just so beautiful, even though it's not a huge crowd like in Mayapur, but the energy was just so beautiful. You know, I was just sitting here just, if we could just stay like this 24/7 every day, 365 days a year, you know, imagine just, we can only just be like this in kirtan and service. But, you know, sometimes we have to stop and take a break, you know. But even in that break, we have to remain in that mood. So thank you all very much. You know, we have to really appreciate and love one another because, you know, I was reflecting as the program was going on, how, you know, you look around the room and you see all the beautiful faces of the devotees, you know, and then a little time passes and you look around and those faces are no longer there, you know, and it's not like, well, I'll see them in New York. Even if you go to New York, those faces aren't there. So, you know, just take advantage of the association that we have with each other because, you know, it's this time that we have together is not long, you know, it's short. And so I just want to thank all of the devotees. You know, the mood that I really, really relish the most is when there's festival because everybody's just working together, you know, to make the festival a wonderful presentation, you know, for Jayapataka Swami Sri Prabhupada, Shri Shri Radha Prabhupada, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladeva, Subhadra Shri Shri Prabhupada, you know, and each other, you know, it's a festival and a feast, and it's a party. It's a spiritual party, you know, we can do this all the time, and then we just, what do we have to look forward to? More of this. You know? So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Next we'll pass to our guest, visiting guest, Arjun Sakar. And also after Prabhu, if we can do it some talk, we can limit to 2 minutes. We will have the time. Start with disciples.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयप्रतापस्वामिते नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिते नमः। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण. Very very happy and very honored to be here at the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha Natavar on this most auspicious occasion of the 74th Vyasapuja of Shri Srimad Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. The first time we went to Vrindavan, this was in 2001. I went back to 2001. The first time we went to Braj was in 2001 and I was 5 or 6. And we didn't know any Prabhupada disciple as such. So we went to the courtyard of Krishna Balaram Mandir and we saw the deities and we liked everything. And then out of nowhere, one person walks to us. And we have no idea who he is. So he walks to us and he says, how can I serve you? And we said, no, we are good by ourselves. Like, we are good. And he came up to us and then he said, if there's something I can do, please let me know. Consider me your spiritual uncle. And we were still so dull at that point that we said, no, we are okay. He was ready to take us on a Braj tour or to explain to us the significance and the mood of Vrindavan, and we were like, no, okay, that's fine. And years later, we hit our head against the wall and realized that personality was Srila Jayapataka Swami. He voluntarily came ahead wanting to show Vrindavan Dham, but we were not spiritually mature enough to take his association. That was the first time we had the darshan of Maharaj in 2001 Vrindavan Dham. As Maharaj was explaining that Srila Prabhupada made him the temple president of Calcutta, and at that time he was about 20-21. So when Prabhupada asked him to be the temple president, the immediate response of Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was, Prabhupada, I'm only 20. Because generally temple presidents, they're like 40s, 50s, have gained more experience to lead a congregation. So he told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I'm only 20. And Prabhupada's response was, you're not this body. And Srila Jayapataka Maharaj said, okay. And we practically see that one sentence of Prabhupada, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj practically has embodied that. Someone who's gone through multiple medical surgeries and transplants, etc. But someone who sees him for the first time will be convinced to the core that he is not the body. The amount of preaching that he does, the amount of traveling that he does. Mahavara Prabhu in one offering was saying, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj's travel doubled after the transplant. Yes. He doubled, and no normal person can do that. You should have substantial spiritual strength to even do it. When the transplant happened and he was in Chennai, and that 1 week or 1.5 weeks, Maharaj missed his chanting of rounds. So he asked Mahavara Prabhu, how many rounds did I miss? And Mahavara Prabhu gave the count. And I was hearing this from one disciple of Maharaj, that not just Maharaj made up for that count that he missed, but he chanted extra 500 rounds. Extra 500 rounds. So we can imagine, 16 rounds for us is a big challenge. You multiply that couple of times, and then we reach the number of 500. So he not just made sure that whatever he missed is made up for that, but he chanted extra 500 rounds. One last small pastime that I heard. Many years back, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj was in Mayapur, and one disciple of his introduced herself to Maharaj, because Maharaj has so many disciples. Sometimes with so many disciples around, he may not remember. So she introduced, and Maharaj nodded. And then she had brought one friend of hers who had come to Mayapur for the first time. So Maharaj looked at her, and she was not a devotee as such, very newcomer. So Maharaj looked at her, and you see, disciples of Prabhupada, sometimes they have a very penetrating glance. It's almost like an X-ray machine. They completely look through you. And it's very terrifying. Like, you almost feel that they can see all the anarthas, whatever you do behind closed doors, they can see everything. So Srila Jayapataka Maharaj looked at this newcomer for a good minute and a half. And then he said, be careful and always chant Hare Krishna. And that's it. And then he sat in the car and then he left. And this disciple who was there as Sakshi or witness, she was mentioning that Maharaj made the statement, and at that time probably none of us could understand why he said it. But she said years down the line, now we realize that newcomer, when she came to Mayapur, that was the only time she met the devotees. After that, there is no contact with any devotee of ISKCON. So she was explaining that Maharaj should kind of see that the heart is very weak, the Shraddha is not built. So be careful, make sure you're there around devotees and always chant Hare Krishna. If you really want to go back to the lotus feet of Radha Madhav, be careful and take devotee association very seriously. Another time Maharaj was there in Mayapur, and there was one devotee walking on the opposite side. Dhoti Kurta, one Prabhuji, was walking on the opposite side. And Srila Jayapataka Maharaj looked at this devotee and said, I can initiate you. He did not even go to Maharaj and ask. Maharaj compassionately went to him and said, I can initiate you. And that devotee told Maharaj, Maharaj, I am your disciple only. So Maharaj has such a sweet side to his. Srila Prabhupada explains that how can a disciple ever repay to his spiritual master? Prabhupada calls it the word Vinoda Patra. If a disciple thinks that he can repay the spiritual master, he is a laughing stock. Vinoda Patra, Prabhupada uses this word. And Prahlad Maharaj confirms this in in his prayers. Evam janam nipatitam prabhavahi kupe kama vikamam anuya prapatan prasangat ritva pasat surasina bhagavan grihita soham katam nuvisruje tava bhritya sevam. In fact, Srila Prabhupada quotes this even in Krishna Tava Punya Have song, where Prahlad Maharaj in essence he says that the jivas are being dragged into this material well which is filled with desires one after another. Kama vikamam. But then out of nowhere one merciful personality walks in our life. Who is he? Shri Guru. Kritvat Masat Surasina Bhagavan Grihita. He is Bhagavan Grihita. The Supreme Lord has personally sent. Did we have qualification? Probably no. But the Supreme Lord has personally Sakshat Hari. He has sent a representative. So Ham Katam Nu Visruje Tava Bhritya Sevam. How can we ever give up the lotus feet of that worshipable spiritual master who has descended down to this world just to take us back to Rishi Shri Radha Nachavara? So we ever remain indebted to our worshipable spiritual masters, and we ever remain indebted to Srila Prabhupada for so mercifully giving us this wonderful league of Prabhupada disciples. One Gaudiya Vaishnava Sannyasi was saying that never in the history of the Gaudiya Sampradaya, in fact never in the history of any Sampradaya, did a guru have this league of disciples who were ready to go to any extreme to preach. They were all in their 18, 19, 20, they were teenagers. Never in any Sampradaya this was seen. So we take inspiration from them for showing us the path as to how to be completely surrendered to Sri Guru. And from Maharaj's life we see he practically has ticked all the instructions, he has ticked all the boxes that Srila Prabhupada gave to him. So we remain indebted and we fall at his feet and beg, as Narottam Das Thakur explains, Prati Janme Kori Asha Charnera Dhuli. In every lifetime we hope and pray that we are a tiny speck of dust at the lotus feet of our worshipful spiritual masters, so that we can please them and march our way back home, back to God. Thank you very much.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णकृष्णाय श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामी नमाचार्य पादाय निताय कृपप्रदाय गौरकथा दामदाय नकरप्रान्ताय वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदे गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
You can come inside, take darshan, please. Mata, come forward, there's a lot of space here. Yeah, leave a little space in the middle.
Yeah, I made the first time with Guru Maharaj is 1988 in Assam, Tripura, in Silchar. When I first met with Guru Maharaj, take obeisances to Guru Maharaj. Before that time I was not initiated Guru Maharaj. Then Guru Maharaj take out garland from his neck and give it to me and call temple president. His name is Gauranitai Prabhu. He was temple president in Assam. Then after that, 2 years after I came to Mayapur, I had so fortunate few years to serve Guru Maharaj personally. 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002. Many pastime. I just want to share one pastime with Guru Maharaj. One day, one congregation preacher came to me and garland, he told me to offer Guru Maharaj that garland. And that day is Gaur Purnima festival, 2002. In Mayapur temple room, Panchatattva temple room is full of devotee listening is Bhagavatam class. Bhagavatam class given three Maharaj, Bhanu Maharaj, His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj and His Holiness Subhak Swami Maharaj. They are giving English class in Panchatattva temple. In Mayapur Gurupurnima festival time, usually different language, different devotees, separate they are listening Bhagavad Katha, Bhagavatam class. And devotee, his name is Nitai Dev Prabhu, he come to me and tell, only he bringing one garland to offer Guru Maharaj. And I usually know is when many sannyasis is sitting and giving class, Guru Maharaj like to offer all the sannyasis to garland. And that devotee, Pitayde Prabhu, he bring me only one garland. And he told me, offer to Guru Maharaj. Put the garland Guru Maharaj. I said, no, Prabhuji. This is only one garland. If you know very well, if I can offer only Guru Maharaj, then Guru Maharaj start shouting me. And then Nitai Prabhu said, no, you are servant, you can offer. Guru Maharaj, they didn't say to anything to you. And I was scared. I know Guru Maharaj like to offer his god brother and god sister when sitting together. And I was praying to Radha Panchatattva and Radha Madhav, whatever happened is happened. I can offer Guru Maharaj. And behind, little bit behind, I going, my mouth, my head is little bit front of Guru Maharaj and I offer Guru Maharaj to garland. And Guru Maharaj looked at me like this. He didn't say anything, he suddenly slapped me. In front of everyone, full of devotee Panchatattva temple, like Panchatattva temple and Radha Madhav temple. There is Bhanu Maharaj, Subhak Maharaj was sitting. And Subhak Maharaj is kissing the hand, don't slap Maharaj, don't slap. And I was keep quiet and sit down behind. And after that, everyone was thinking I am crying because of Guru Maharaj's slap. And then after Subhak Maharaj, Bhanu Maharaj is giving lecture in that time. After Bhanu Maharaj finished lecture and Guru Maharaj holding the hand and forgiveness to me. He said, if I'm doing mistake, I'm doing very big mistake, so please forgive me. Very soft word and very sweet word, and he forgave me to ask me. I said, Guru Maharaj, I don't mind anything. This is my punishment because I know you have to write to teach your disciple. You have to write your disciple how to behaving in front of your god brother and god sister. But I am unqualified. I don't know how to serve you. So you have right. Still Guru Maharaj is forgiveness. And when Guru Maharaj told me that word, I cannot control my eyes. And I start crying. And devotee thinking because of Guru Maharaj's slap, Guru Daya is crying. So after 1 or 2 weeks after, I went to Guru Maharaj with Srila Prabhupada Puspasamani temple. Whenever Guru Maharaj take obeisances to Prabhupada or deities, Guru Maharaj has one danda. And Guru Maharaj has garland uh, Mahaprasad garland or Narsingha Pavitra garland. So Guru Maharaj told me to hold the garland and danda. And Guru Maharaj take obeisances. After Guru Maharaj take obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj wake up and he asked me again, did you forgive me? Last week I slapped you. And that what I hear different, like opposite. I hear Guru Maharaj I said, did you still remaining that Guru, you are, remember I slapped you? I heard that word. I said, no, Guru Maharaj, I don't remember anything. And Guru Maharaj said, oh, you are not forgive me? And Guru Maharaj is take obeisance and suddenly he touched my feet and touched my feet to Guru Maharaj said. And I was start crying and Guru Maharaj ran away his room. I am ran away behind Guru Maharaj's room. And I came to Guru Maharaj's room and I give forgiveness to Guru Maharaj and I'm crying. If you not forgive Guru Maharaj in next life, what going to be happen in my life? Please forgive me. So the Guru Maharaj is embracing me. I say, it's happened sometime. Don't worry, I'll pray to Krishna. So this is the one first time I'm with Guru Maharaj, and we have so many pastime also. Sometime Guru Maharaj, I just one time Bhakti Pramad Puri Goswami Maharaj, this appearance day, Guru Maharaj going to, this is 1998 I am talking about. Guru Maharaj going to put Samadhi to Bhakti Siddhanta Bhakti Pramad Puri Goswami Maharaj. And one time Guru Maharaj called me, and that time no mobile phone, any walkie-talkie, nothing is happened that time. So Guru Maharaj called me landline and I picking phone. Yes, my name is Gurudayal, how can I help you? And Guru Maharaj says, this is Jai Pataka Swami calling. Did you ready for the lunch? I say, yes, Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj come that day in Ekadasi. Guru Maharaj come and what prasad did you make for me? And I said, Guru Maharaj, I prepare for your papaya and some sabji. And Guru Maharaj asked me, do you know I am in Ekadasi day, I am eating in apple, kind of apple moa is called. And did you make that? And I said, no, Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj said, okay, I cannot ask Guru Maharaj to teach how to make the apple moa. And Guru Maharaj understood in my heart, and Guru Maharaj says, okay, let's go to the kitchen. And Guru Maharaj going to kitchen and show me how to make apple moa. There is, you have to boil some jaggery, boiling in jaggery, and Guru Maharaj said, took 2 apples and boiling the jaggery. And Guru Maharaj says, all the apple you have to fill up with jaggery and behind. And then Guru Maharaj said, peanut, you have to some fried peanut and take out the peanut, all the skins. And I take out, and Guru Maharaj said, all the jaggery in the top of the jaggery, you have to put all the peanuts, circles and all apple. And that is called an apple moa. I eat every Ekadasi in there. So sometimes Guru Maharaj teaches his disciple through the house or And personally, Guru Maharaj serving, sometimes I used to serve in the GBC meeting, GBC Prasadam. When one person can serve this Prasadam, how to organize, how to nicely serve, Guru Maharaj teach us. So this was the very imagine I want to share. Time is very short, very past time with Guru Maharaj. So I have to hand over to other devotee. Thank you so much. Please celebrate Swami Guru Maharaj ki.
First of all, thank you, Riz, for all this is really appreciate. I was thinking where we should go, but last year and this year you hosted this, really appreciate. Thank you so much. And thank you to Kalili Matavi for taking care of this program from beginning. So when I was in the said, now I'm going to shut up here. I was born in the darkness, ignorance, and my spiritual must open my eyes with the touch of knowledge. I offer my respect to the नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णवत्साय पुत्रक्षमधिशीलताय स्वामी नमो नमाचार्य पादनिकाय कृपप्रदाय एकवचननामदाय नगरनामतारे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णवत्साय पुत्रक्षमधि भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमो नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी परिचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यमतमाचार्य प्रदेशतारिणी श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौतम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे. So before coming to Krishna consciousness, I was practicing chanting and all for a few years, but it was something was stopping me. As soon as I met His Holiness Vyasapuja Guru Maharaj in Alashma in 2019 and took shelter, I think the life transformed. Until all the doubts you have in your mind gets removed. And he took me towards initiation and further practice in devotional service. And Vyasapuja Swami Guru Maharaj is always willing to preach and he's always ready to give mercy whenever and wherever possible, like we have seen. After going through so many surgeries, he still wanted to travel. And even when the travel was restricted, he was giving Zoom darshan to everyone. And individually he was able to highlight and they would give the darshan to everyone. And even like when he came back last year, when Omicron was going on, he did a temple program in New York. And he went to New Jersey to visit one devotee's house, and the news spread that he was staying there that night. And they were expecting only like 10 or 15 or maybe 30 people, but around 200 people came there. And all his assistants, they were like, they brought Guru Maharaj outside to the hall, Guru Maharaj said hi to them, and they were trying to take him inside again. Then Guru Maharaj stopped them and said, no, all these people came to see me. So he individually gave darshan to everyone with the danda, he put the stick on there. Everybody was worried, like, with the COVID the other one going on. But Guru Maharaj said, I don't care. Like they all came to me, so they are willing to. I'm willing to give them my mercy, and all they should not go away. That is the example. At least we all should take. Where we fortunate came to Krishna consciousness. In order to spread this mission of Srila Prabhupada, we have to give our mercy to everyone who we come across. That's the thing I take. But in the essence of time, I give opportunity to others in their devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
You are our life and soul, Guru Maharaj. We need you as our savior. It is fortunate that we are able to hear in Chaitanya Lila class most of the time. It gives me a glory. It is just how fish can't stay without water. Without your association, I wouldn't be able to do devotional service. As a result of Lord Chaitanya mercy, your health improved and you live longer. Please don't leave us, Maharaj. It hurt me to hear Krishna will separate us from you. Your association motivated me to carry out my duty despite any obstacles. Guru Maharaj, please bless us for continuing devotional service and getting seriousness in Krishna consciousness. You are our everything. So one rhyme that kiss we can read. I just quickly, just some person, one person is like, everybody know that Guru Maharaj always with his examples showing that he is not a body. Yeah, so like 1999 he got his Spain which is attacked on his very badly attacked. 2008 brain stroke, 2015 liver and lung infection. And every time Guru Maharaj prayed, whenever this big thing happened, Guru Maharaj prayed to Krishna and Prabhupada, I want to fulfill my what I promised to my Guru. And that's the reason Guru Maharaj is here. And also one expert South Indian astrologer, he also said Guru Maharaj chart. And according to the chart, he's supposed to left 2008. There is no way he will survive. But what going on now, that is only he and Krishna know. So this is not in any hand. Like Brahma hand is gone, Krishna's hand is there. And another thing, just quickly I tell you how devotee cares of Guru, like how much, like how to take care of other. One is like one, not only like this of any devotees or anyone. So one time one guest coming, and they coming from Mumbai to Mayapur, and Guru Maharaj told them, oh, you are going the same flight where I am going? And that family told, oh no, our flight is late. But Guru Maharaj told, okay, then I go Kolkata and I will wait for you in the airport. And they told, no, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj told, no, I will wait. And they came late night, and then Guru Maharaj is in the airport waiting for them. And then Guru Maharaj told, how you go to Mayapur? They told, well, we'll take a taxi. Guru Maharaj told, why don't you take my van? You have big family. They told, no, Guru Maharaj, this is your van. Guru Maharaj telling, no, please go in my van. There is, you can sit, you can lie down, but taxi is little hard, so go there. So they follow Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj came in taxi. And then when they see in the Mayapur to Guru Maharaj, they can't say anything. They just tears in their eyes. And how did, why that happened? And Guru Maharaj told, Prabhupada gave me service to take care of the visitors and the Mayapur. And that's what I do. And another one, very like how merciful, one of his, Guru Maharaj had lots of servants, and one servant have the service to change Guru Maharaj from wheelchair to the wooden chair. That is his service, to move the Guru Maharaj. So one day he moving Guru Maharaj, and some reason Guru Maharaj get hurt in the wheelchair, and blood is bleeding in his lotus feet, which is very, Guru Maharaj's body is very sensitive. And then our secretary, everyone came, all chastised him, but they give him another chance. Then after 2 days, same person, same place, hurt again and bleeding. And that time secretary came, Mahavira Prabhu, he was so upset, he hold that servant hand and take in his room and tell him, what you doing, what is your atonement? You know, then, okay, no more personal service, you're going to go clean the public toilet and the Guru Maharaj toilet and the Guru Maharaj bathroom, but not personal. You're not going to touch him. And go ask forgiveness to Guru Maharaj now. And then he went to ask Guru Maharaj forgiveness, that devotee, and Guru Maharaj told, I already forgive you, but I don't know my secretary going to forgive you or not. And then he came to Mahavira Prabhu, and Mahavira said, okay, what Guru Maharaj said, and he told this. And Mahavira said, okay, let me make sure. And he went to Guru Maharaj. And he told Guru Maharaj, so then Guru Maharaj told, look, when this incident happened, every single person chastised him. Now, if I also chastise, he not going to survive. So I forgive him. And that time, Mahavira Prabhu totally get calmed down. Like how much he even not thinking, he just want to forgive everything, And another one just with me, that he pastime. Like we went to Navadip Parikrama. And there is a Jagannath temple where they giving mango sweet kheer in a clay pot. And I got it and I'm just holding it, and the parikrama is going to start. And suddenly Guru Maharaj is coming from that direction, is very close to me, and he come and he told me, what is in your hand? I said, this mango sweet from Jagannath. Then I just told Maharaj, would you like some? And he just licked it and he went. And after that, there's so many devotees want it. I don't know, I will get my portion there. And I want to tell thank you to Prema Vilas Prabhu, because This time when I went Mayapur, there Guru Maharaj was not there, and even I didn't see her in USA. And then in Govardhan, after morning program, they announced that Guru Maharaj is in Govardhan. And we really want to go, and we don't know the place. We asked Prime Minister, he take us, and with his mercy, we got the Guru Maharaj mercy. And I tell about book distribution, the Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada ordered Guru Maharaj every month 10,000 Maha big books, 100,000 small books every month. So anybody want to help Guru Maharaj, they can come forward and donate the books, anything they do that. So thank you. He wrote it right, huh? Just quick right. Just
when I read your biography, Milwaukee to Marport, it makes me feel so blissful, helping to do service and joyful. We are in this boiling pot in this material world, while you are in the meditation of the spiritual world. You teach to serve Guru and Krishna faithfully. In this way, we can go to Goloka perfectly. With your divine appearance in Goloka, you save so many people. You save so many human beings to go to Yamaloka. On this auspicious day of your appearance, I pray at your lotus feet. Please bless me. Please bless us so that we never forget Guru's and Krishna's lotus feet. So, one time, Guru Maharaj was coming back from the Chennai plane into the Chennai airport, and Guru Maharaj's secretary, Mahavara Prabhu, was just like 7 meters in front of Guru Maharaj, and he just saw 2 Matajis running towards Guru Maharaj. One Mataji was new to Mayapur, and the other Mataji was Guru Maharaj's disciple. So the Mataji said, she's doing professor and she's doing PhD in Mayapur, and she has lung cancer. So Guru Maharaj like chatting with them for 10 minutes, and Mahavara Prabhu said, was thinking, oh, why don't you just go to the hotel, and in his room he could chat with them while eating dinner. So then again the servants start pushing Guru Maharaj on the wheelchair, and another 70 meters, Guru Maharaj with his left hand, he just put the brake on the wheelchair on, and the servants were like, oh, okay. And then again they start chatting for another 10 minutes. Mahavara Prabhu was like, the motel is just 100 meters away, and Guru Maharaj just could go in there, chat with them. And so again, the servants started moving him, and another 70 meters, right before the entrance or the lobby of the hotel, Guru Maharaj put the brake on. Mahavara Prabhu was like, ah, and then they started chatting for another 10 minutes, and then they went in the room, and then again in the room they're also chatting, and then the Mataji left, and Guru Maharaj finished his dinner and asked Mahavara Prabhu, do you know why I put the brake on for every 70 meters? Then Mahavara Prabhu think for a minute, and Guru Maharaj himself gave the answer. He said, that Mataji, she has lung cancer, and I don't want to make her to walk so much and make her like long pain. So I want to give her a break for 10 minutes and let her get good breathing, and then again start and again stop. So after like 1 month, 2 months, she was leaving her body because of the lung cancer. She was surrounded by devotees, and her husband was non-devotee. She told to her husband, Krishna is calling me, I have to go. And that's how she left her body.
There you go.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectable obeisances under your divine lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. wishing you a very happy appearance day. I am very fortunate for being your disciple. I pray for your good health every day. You always inspire your disciples every moment. Without your blessings, it's very difficult for me to progress in devotional service. You are one of the most intimate devotees of Lord Krishna, presented by Srila Prabhupada. You are distributing the causeless mercy and love of Lord Chaitanya. Please forgive all the offenses I made knowingly and unknowingly. Please kindly shower your mercy upon me to become humble servant of your lotus feet eternally. Your insignificant servant, Varuni Balai Priya Devi Das.
Ram Prakash there? Vishnu Priya.
I told them. I told them. I told them. They told next year.
Okay, principal.
I was thinking this is a mic. I was living in the Bangalore temple and Vyasapuja Maharaj used to come many times and many times I had the opportunity to offer him Guru Puja. So I received some cookies from him and his disciples in Bangalore had a very great influence on my life because they were very good teachers and they actually fixed me up, although I'm not studying stuff. At that time, they had some doubts with them. So I remember Vyasapuja Maharaj, the disciples were a great influence. One time I was in New Jersey and I had the good fortune of giving a ride to Vyasapuja Maharaj. So I asked him, because I was serving in the temple, and I had to do all the kitchen services and nobody was doing. So I asked him, Maharaj, how long should we do services that we don't like to do for a long time? Because I had to mop and clean and everything and nobody was there. So then Maharaj told me, 6 months is good, 6 months. You can do 6 months. 6 months is over now, I should tell them. Vyasapuja Maharaj, first time when he chanted japa, he chanted 32 rounds, non-stop. And he was feeling great ecstasy in chanting. So he had gone to the temple and asked for beads in the temple. And somebody had given him Prabhupada beads by mistake. So when Vyasapuja Maharaj chanted first time, he was saying, I was feeling so much ecstasy. I chanted 32 rounds non-stop. And then later on found that the devotee had by mistake given him Prabhupada beads. So, he himself said that, Vyasapuja Maharaj said that. And Vyasapuja Maharaj, when he first met the devotees, when he saw the tilak on the devotee's face, he ran. And it was so familiar to him, it was like very shocking to him. And Prabhupada later on confirmed that he is an eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya. And everybody wants to get American citizenship, but he was telling Srinathji Prabhu's father, who was a member of Parliament at that time, that, can you please get him Indian citizenship? And Srinathji Prabhu's father was saying, why does he want Indian citizenship? And then Prabhupada said, he is going to preach in Bengal and make so many disciples. And Vyasapuja Maharaj was 20 years old at that time. And he was also surprised. Prabhupada is saying that he's going to make so many disciples. But, so one time he asked Prabhupada, do you think, he said, you doubt the words of your spiritual master? You were a devotee in your previous life. Prabhupada said, yes, you were eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya. So, Vyasapuja Maharaj is a very special personality. And after so much tribulation and all the inconveniences, his still enthusiasm to share Krishna consciousness has not dwindled a bit. So, otherwise, how could somebody take sannyas at 21 years and maintain that sannyas till 74 years? I mean, it's not an ordinary thing for a person in Western body to do that thing. So, it's special personality. We also wrote this. Thank you.
One thing which struck me. So Maharaj came 2 times to Columbus. One time I was there. He stayed with the Srinath, who sponsored the Jagannath art. Now you see very nice. Second time I was in US. So one thing that struck me is
Rathayatra permission was not granted in initially because in Hyderabad, Muslims and then Hindus conflict always in the old city in the past. So those days in mid 70s, early 80s, so they're not given many times. Every time they go apply, finally the city mayor or the chief police cancel it because they don't want the rights. So finally one day Vyasapuja came, the chief of police, and all his disciples were there. Maharaj, you know how Maharaj was like a lion. You know what a big personality, big eyes, big personality. Naturally, that charismatic face. He went there, and everybody was thinking he's going to do something. And then chief of police was looking, and then he went and suddenly flat in his foot. He's Danda Pranam on the foot of the chief police. He told him, please grant the permission. This is from a Guru Maharaj. Yes. That person didn't expect this. He said, I don't know about this movement, I don't know about what to do, but looking at this person, I was convinced. So he granted ever since, that continues. In that, in the whole city, Hindu Muslim, it's unheard because of that move. One thing I want to share. Hare Krishna.
I have not much to say. Everything has been already said. What an amazing person. I also want to thank all his disciples here. Kalanji makes the best prashadam in the world. And Guru Dayal and Ram Prakash Guru and everything. But I hope that Krishna gives Vyasapuja Maharaj long life. I hope he continues to preach. I hope Krishna consciousness continues to spread. And I hope this whole world becomes Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Just one thing, no need mind. When Guru Maharaj came out from the coma, the first thing when he opened his eyes, his secretary is there, and Guru Maharaj got to tell something only he can figure out. And then he telling with the alphabetical chart, and he collecting the letter, and that way secretary adding, and that way making sentence. And he telling make sure devotees have prasadam and accommodation who came to see. On that condition, he will make sure everybody, even medical or doctor, nurse, everybody has prasadam. So he's just caring about others. That's all. That's all real.
Hare Krishna. Dear Vyasapuja Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances and your notice to all glories to you and Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. So I have a couple of things. So from Calcutta, regular buses go to Mayapur, taking trips. And I was a teenager that time, I think. So we used to take these buses from Kolkata to Mayapur. And I remember, we didn't know anything about ISKCON, really nothing. And we were just people from Kolkata going on a trip to Mayapur. And we got in the bus, we reached Mayapur. And we reached Mayapur, and guess who is standing there on the stairs of one of the buildings, greeting the buses? It was Vyasapuja Maharaj. And I was so, later on it struck me that such a big personality, doing so much for Mayapur, and he's standing there greeting all these buses of tourists coming from Kolkata. I was really amazed by what I saw. And we used to see him working in the fields. I mean, you wouldn't really know that this is the person who literally developed Mayapur. Then when I was studying in Manipal, I forget which city it was. Maybe it was Manipal or Bangalore, but we were having a gathering, and Vyasapuja Maharaj came there. And some of us were students, and and Vyasapuja Maharaj was personally meeting every student. I heard that from so many devotees, how he was personally caring. And I had just gotten married and was getting ready to come to USA. So Maharaj came to me and he said, oh, what's your name? So, I was not initiated that time, so I said Indrani. Then he said, okay, so, how did you come in touch with ISKCON and where are you going? So I said, I'm going to Largo, Florida. And he said, I am from US, I have never heard of that city's name. But then he said, but that's wonderful, and he wished me some, good fortune. So I'm just so grateful to Maharaj for everything. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
give.
Hare Krishna. So yeah, there is definitely lack of time and Prashadam is already being served. I don't have much to say. I just want to show one video that I made from my last visit to Mayapur. So he told me specifically that this is for all the devotees in Mayapur.
Maharaj told you?
Well, heart to heart. He's on his way to swimming pool for a therapy.
That's in the same thing.
There are many gurus and something to say.
And he's giving blessings to all the
There's
devotees.
no one quite like my Gurudev. By his example, he's showing the way. Please the Lord, Sri Chaitanya Dev. When it's steady mind and a golden heart, we'll push out the mission and spread art. High on the air of the golden age.
His Holiness Jai Pataka from Maharaj ki.
What is the complete correct? Anybody last?
So I just wanted to say one thing.